Hi, myself Himanshu, and me and my friends are going to represent on international um, leadership analysis, Emmanuel Macron and Jacob Widodo. In this present, we examine the leadership styles of Emmanuel Macron and Joko Widodo, two influential leaders in modern global politics. Macron, as the youngest French president, and Widodo, the first Indonesian leader from a business background, represent unique political landscapes with varying public expectations, central cultural dynamics, and global responsibilities. This analysis shocks to understand the choices each leader has made in navigation these challenges by leveraging leader theories including trade theories, transformational leadership, situational theories, behavioral theories, and path goal theory. So we will uncover how each theory provides insights into their success, limitations, and unique public perceptions. So for the introduction, this analysis begins by situating Macron and Widodo in their respective political and social contexts. Emmanuel Macron, born in Amiens, France in 1977, followed a trajectory through academia, finance, and politics shaped by institutions like the École Nationale d'Administration (ENA). His academic background and experience as an investments banker for Rothschild and companies set the foundation for his later pro-business reforms. Despite his initial alignments with the social parties, Macron's journeys led him to create an market centric movement aimed at revolutionizing the France economy and bridging social divides. His presidency is characterized by a mix of visionary politics and conscientious economic reforms. In context, Joko Widodo also of Indonesia brings a down-to-earth approach shaped by his background as a furniture businessman and his early political career as the mayor of Surakarta. So, for the background and leadership of approach, Emmanuel Macron's leadership approach reflects a blend of intellectual rigor and a firm commitment to economic liberation. His policies often prioritize long-term economic gains, such as labor market deregulations and tax reforms aimed at enhancing French global competitiveness. However, his approach has drawn criticism for its perceived elitism, particularly from movements like the Yellow Vest, which view him as favoring corporate interests over those of the working class. Macron's journey to the presidency reflects his preference for centralized strategic control, a factor that aligns him closely with triad theory. His confidence, often perceived as a hallmark of charismatic leadership, has also invited scrutiny, with critics arguing that his detached style can sometimes distance him from the average citizen. By examining his leadership through transformational and free theories, we see a leader who seeks to redefine France's positions within the European Union and globally, often through policies that prioritize innovation and self-sufficiency. And for the Macron trade theories and transformational approach, analyzing Macron's leadership through trade theories highlights key attributes such as charisma, high intelligence, and resilience. These traits underscore his ability to articulate a clear vision for France, particularly in terms of economic and technological innovation. His charismatic presence in international focus has helped positions France as a key player in the EU, advocating for policies that encourage integration and collective program. Macron's transformational leadership approach is evident in his drive to reshape the economy and foster a European identity among French citizens. This approach, however, comes with challenges. While while his intelligent and analytic skills provide the basic for informed correction, strategic decisions, his perceived lack of empathy can hinder his connection with the public. The transformational leaders are often expected to inspire and mobilize their followers, but Macron's emphasize on reforms without sufficient grassroots engagement may lead to resistance. His pro-European instance, while visionary, may alienate sections of France society that prioritize national service. And for the Macron's path goal theory, its application apply like the path goal theory provides a lens to view Macron's approach to governance, particularly in his structured and directive style. Macron's policies often provide clear objectives for economic growth, digital transformation, and innovation. For instance, his reforms aimed at deregulating labor laws and enhancing France's global competitiveness serves as directive measures, setting ambitious goals with specific pathways for achieving them. His role as a participative leader in the EU, engaging with leaders across the continent, adds a collaborative dimensions to his leadership. However, Macron's articulation of these objectives can be sometimes lack empathy and communication, making it difficult for citizens to fully align with his vision. May limit public involvement, making his report appear imposed rather than collaborative. Path goal theory appears imposed also highlights like a strength in his ability to lead with clear guidance, but also a limitation in achieving public consent. Now, my friend Lovepreet will continue the critical analysis of Macron's leadership theories.
So now I'm going to shed light on critical analysis of theories applied to Macron. Let's talk about some of its strengths. First of all, adaptability. Situational theory enables Macron to adjust his approach based on evolving political and economic contexts. Clear direction. Path goal theory provides a structured pathway guiding citizens through economic reforms. The third one is inspires change. Transformational approach motivates the public toward national and European integration goals. Visionary communication. Trade theory highlights Macron's charisma, enhancing public support for long-term objectives. Flexibility in crisis. Situational theory allows him to shift priorities quickly, especially during emergencies. Encouragement of innovation. Path goal theories supportive aspects drive his pro-innovation policies. Goal alignment. Path goal theory helps align Macron's national policies with EU objectives, strengthening France's role in Europe. Resilience. Trade theory underlines his ability to remain steadfast amid protests, reinforcing his dedication to reforms. Let's talk about some of his weaknesses. First one is perceived elitism. Trade theory highlights his strong personality, which can appear detached or elitist. Limited public inclusion. Transformational approach can sometimes overlook grassroots needs in favor of broad visionary goals. Top-down decision making. Path goal theory may reinforce his centralized approach, limiting participative leadership. Resistance to change. Situational theory's adaptability may seem inconsistent, creating distrust among the public. Challenge in balancing EU focus. His pro-EU stance, supported by path goal theory, may alienate nationalistic citizens. Risk of burnout. Constant push from reforms can be taxing, potentially undermining long-term leadership sustainability. Summary. Combined, these theories reveal both strengths and areas for growth in Macron's approach. Let's talk about President Joko Widodo's background. He was born in 1961 in Surakarta, Central Java, Indonesia. If I talk about his first career, then he began his first career as a furniture businessman, gaining experience in entrepreneurship. Political start. He entered politics as mayor of Surakarta in 2005. Governorship. He became governor of Jakarta in 2012, focusing on urban development. Elected president. He won Indonesia's presidency in 2014, with a focus on reform. Infrastructure advocate prioritized infrastructure projects across Indonesia. Anti-corruption stance. He was known for his commitment to fighting corruption, focus on inclusivity, strives for economic and social development across diverse regions. Widodo's leadership style and approach. Critic of Widodo's style. The first one is pragmatic but limited. He focuses on practical solutions which can sometimes lack visionary depth. Slow bureaucratic reform. Efforts to fight corruption face challenges within entrenched bureaucratic systems. Centralized decision making. He tends to make executive decisions that can marginalize local leaders. Infrastructure focused. Heavy emphasis on infrastructure sometimes overlooks other crucial areas like education and healthcare. Minority representation issues. He has been criticized for not sufficiently addressing minority rights. Environmental concerns. Infrastructure projects have faced criticism for potential environmental impacts. Thank you. From now, my friend Karambir will continue further.
Hello everyone. Now I am talking about Widow behavior and situational theory. Widow leadership style aligns closely with behavior theory, emphasize a people-centric approach and democratic decision-making. This hand-on approach, characterized by frequent sites-based and direct engagement with the citizens, help him stay connected with the public's sentiments. Situational Situational theory also play a role as a widow adapts these policies based on Indonesia diverse needs, addressing social economics challenging in the real life. This ability is both a strength and a limitation. While this responsibility foster trust and inclusive, the frequent shift in a focus can delay action, particularly within the Indonesia bureaucratic system with people-oriented approach regional well with citizens, but the reliance on the public opinion can sometimes lead to populist decisions that prioritize immediately need over long-term vision. Next one, widow transformational and path goal approach. Widow transformational approach is evident in the focus on social growth and especially through the infrastructure development. This application of path goal theory is seen in the effect to remove barriers to public service, enhance the economic opportunities, and uh, termline government's process. However, widow heavily focus on infrastructure may occasionally overlook broader social reforms, creating gap growth. This vision and Indonesia multi-phase needs. This transformational approach enables Vivido to set a target for Indonesia development while the part goal theory encouraging policy adjustments. This strength, these strengths, this leadership sometimes face the circumstance for a lack of visionary depth, particularly in the addressing monetary rights and environment concerns. This focus on the short-term parameters, social limits the transformative potential of this leadership. Criti- Critical analysis of widow leadership theory. Widow strength, including the adaptable approach which allows him to contact with the citizens and response effectively in the behavior theory support this people-centered leadership style which prioritize inclusive and particular solutions. However, this focus on immediate needs over long-term planning can limit this visionary impact. This hand-on management foster public trust but risks encouraging populist decisions that may not serve Indonesia's future needs. Moreover, situational theory enable Widow to respond flexible to diverse challenges, but the emphasis on infrastructure over the social reforms reflect a trade-off that may not fully address Indonesia's developmental needs. This analysis reveals the complexity of the balancing people-centered approach with suitable strategy goals.
Uh, Hello everyone, myself Vikas Kumar, and I'm going to describe the conclusion. In conclusion, Macron and Widodo's leadership styles illustrate two different paths in international governments. Macron's transformational EU-focused vision emphasized long-term economic reform, while Widodo's hands-on the practical leadership uh, prioritize infrastructure and grassroots engagement. Each leaders demonstrates situational adaptability, but they face challenges in balancing the national priority with the public expectation. And the Widodo's practical leadership emphasize hands-on the government and the direct engagement with the citizens. Infrastructure focus, Widodo prioritize infrastructure, sometimes at the expenses of the areas like education. And the Macron charismatic communication and reforms-driven approach underline his vision for France within the EU. Meanwhile, Widodo's infrastructure-focused and people-oriented governments connect with the citizens, but raises concern around the inclusivity and the environmental sustainability. Their contrasting approach to crisis management, publication perceptions, and policy implementation underscore the complex demand of the leadership in today's globalization. And in the recommendation for the Macron to address the public perception of elitism, Macron could enhance direct management. Di- uh, Macron could enhance the direct management, showing greater empathy and reliability in his communication, adopting a more participative leadership style, and diversify his focus to include the social welfare and education reforms will strengthen his public sports, balancing the EU integration with national interest and integrating environmental policies would help align his transformational goal with the broader citizens' concern. And recommendation for the Widodo is we could benefit from the addressing inclusivity by promoting the minorities and minorities representation and environmental sustainability in his policies to strengthen governance, enhancing bureaucratic efficiency, and empowering local leaders would enable more effective policy implementation, adopting a long-term strategic vision alongside his practical solution and would ensure the sustainable growth for Indonesia, balancing the immediate needs with the future challenges. And if I talk about the references, this analysis includes the broad range of scholarly resources providing the foundational support for the evolution of Macron and Widodo leadership style. And these work help contextualize each leader's approach within the global leadership studies, offering perspective on the strength, limitation, and practical application on the different leadership models in international governance. And here are all the references which we used. Thank you.